Well, Canada's finance minister says the public service must return to, quote, sustainable levels. The comments come as federal government employees anxiously wait to hear more about potential cuts ahead of next week's federal budget. Bill Carroll joins us now from the Morning Rush on Newstalk 580 CFRA with his thoughts. Good morning to you, Bill.
Morning. Yeah, more and more it looks like the Liberal government's going to have to break its campaign promise, which was to hold the line on the number of federal employees. And then that became, about a month ago, the Prime Minister was saying, no, we may have to cut through attrition. Now we're starting to hear rumblings that it's going to have to be more than that, and maybe quite a bit more than that. I think it's necessary, but it's going to be a very difficult time here in Ottawa. Did you know that we have more civil servants, federal civil servant workers by percentage in the capital than any other Western country? Far more, about double the percentage of workers in Washington, D.C. Our federal workforce is not as spread out as most other countries. And so we're going to take a huge hit here in Ottawa. And it may be necessary, but it's going to be very tough on our local economy. So when this happens, I hope we don't do it gleefully like they did in the U.S. with Doge. That I would hate to see. This is something, it's not to be celebrated. It may be necessary, but it's going to be hard. And individuals are going to lose their job. Human beings are going to lose their jobs. But the government is too big. The federal civil service is too fat. It grew way too much. It became bloated. It just exploded in size, way beyond population growth during the years since COVID. It has been reduced a little bit in the last year by about 10,000 workers. The other thing you may not realize is that a huge number of federal civil servants, somewhere around a third, they're not food inspectors and people making your passports. That large percentage of them actually goes towards policy making and managing projects. So a lot of the civil service, it's so big, a lot of people spend all of their day managing the civil service itself. So there are opportunities to cut there that wouldn't really damage very much the level of service that we're receiving. But as Canadians, we'll have to accept that as well. But how will this be greeted by people who voted Liberal, especially here in Ottawa, who were told, vote for us because Pierre Poilievre will reduce the civil service. We will maintain it. It was probably the number one issue that got the opposition leader, Pierre Poilievre, to lose his local riding in Carleton. So it's going to be a very difficult moment for them politically, and it's going to play out in the next couple of days. We'll see that budget next week.
Yeah, definitely an anxious time for so many. As you mentioned, that budget coming up next week, so we'll have to wait and see. Appreciate your time this morning. Have a good show, Bill.
You have a good day, guys. Go Jays.
Go Jays, baby. And you can remember, you can listen to The Morning Rush with Bill Carroll on Newstalk 580 CFRA weekdays from 6 till 10 in the morning.